last week I told you guys that I had planned on seeing Janet Jackson in concert last Thursday, which did happen. I bought tickets for seats because the seats were cheaper than lawn at an amphitheater. Um, and I got to tell you, if you follow me on social media, you'll see that the night to say I got lucky would be an understatement. The entire night was a great night. Um, so I went to the show alone. Went to the show alone. My wife, we couldn't get a babysitter for the show, so I went alone. But I had a lot of friends that were going to be there at the show. I know one friend I have of mine that is he has passes for the amphitheater that he goes to all the shows. Shout out to my boy Jay Grow. And then my other friend Patrick was going to be there too, coworker and friend Patrick was going to be at the show too, when we up the show, and a couple of friends that I plan on going to the show were going to be there as well too. So I bought seats for the show, but the intention was going to hang out on the lawn with my friends because that's what they got. So we ended up going to the lawn for the start of the show. Well, first off, Nelly was the opening act, and he canceled last minute. We speculated because of maybe his girl Shanti or his wife. I don't know if they're married. I don't follow Nelly's life and stuff. But Shanti, another famous singer, R&B singer, much more popular 20 years ago. Obviously, she's pregnant with his child, but whatever reason he canceled the show. I don't know what it is. We were speculating that. No news about a birth yet with a baby. So I know that she's pregnant with his kid. So he's canceled. So they end up being a DJ covering that set, his spot on the show, which is fine. I want to see Nelly, but I wasn't broken heart about it because I'm there to see Janet. I mean, this is a bucket list for me. Janet Jackson. I've seen Michael in concert already for. I've seen Jackson 5 in concert for the Jackson 5 / Jacksons. Now I'm seeing Janet Jackson, bucket list. Dream come true happening here for me. So we're hanging out to the show. Janet starts the show. And we start the show on the lawn. And we watched the first half of the set on the lawn, which it was fine. You hear it fine. It wasn't the greatest seats in the world, but you can still see what's going on. You have the screen in front of us, so it's not a big deal. I was happy to be there. I can say I've seen Janet Jackson concert the whole night. And then I get a text from my buddy Jay Grow, who's in the front, who's sitting literally from like 2-3 rows from the floor next to the stage. And he tells me that there's a couple of seats next to him that are open that no one's claimed, and that he can probably get some of us out there. Now, at the time in the lawn, there was my friend Patrick, my other good friend Diana, and her girlfriend was who I just met that night there at the show. And Jay Girl was telling us that he can get probably about maybe 3 seats tops. So we said check in a little bit. About 20 minutes later, checked in and said I can get 3 tops. And so I asked Patrick, do you want to go down there to the floor? We asked the girls to go down the floor, take a stab at it. The girls wanted to stay. They want to stay back, watch the show. They didn't want to go up close. They were just okay being on top of the lawn, which is fine. Patrick and I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's just do this. Let's go closer to the front row. So he went down first, get a drink. We end up going to the front row. With no problem. We had a buddy of ours who does the shows there, who does security and whatever at the amphitheater, and he got us in without a problem. So our seats ended up improving. If you follow me on Instagram or on social media, you'll notice that some of the footage I was putting on social media, you notice that my seats end up getting much bigger, much better. Like my first few videos I posted were further away from the stage, and the last couple of videos I posted were right next to the stage. You can literally see Janet's face without any issue. So we ended up getting really, really, really good seats, to the point where we're sitting in the middle, but 3 rows from the floor. So we had fantastic seats. So we're there. I'm enjoying the show. Obviously, had a phenomenal time. She sounded great. Her band, first off, obviously she's still amazing. Look, she's not Janet 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Look, she's 57 years old. I don't expect her to be great, to be like top of the line, top of the notch, what she was during Rhythm Nation years, Velvet Rope years. You can't expect that, but she was still great for what she was. And her band is amazing. Her band sounds amazing, and me being a musician who loves music as a whole, I appreciate that. So it was great. We had a great time up there. We were just hanging out, having a good time. I mean, my back was hurting a little bit too. My back was hurting. Again, these long concerts, not just long, but these concerts, if I'm there at a concert more than 2 hours, my back starts to go out. I'm just getting old. So we're there having a good time. Me and my friend Pat and Jake were having a good time. While we're there, there were these two girls next to us, sitting next to us, and I guess they had gotten or they had meet and greet passes um, to um, to meet Janet later on after the show, and I guess they didn't want the passes anymore, and for some reason, they decided to give us the passes. Sorry, my son needed a code. Decided to give us the passes for the to get to get back there. We thought they were going to charge us, but they said no, you can have it for free. I was like, holy shit, are you kidding me? We got passes to meet Janet Jackson. Holy crap! So end up I ended up getting so lucky. I went from having lawn seats to seats near the front and enjoying the show to now having the opportunity to meet Janet Jackson. And I was stunned. I was like, holy crap. Again, this is the bucket list for me. Not only to see her, but meeting her as well, too. Like I said, I've met Michael somewhat, years ago, and I've obviously seen him in concert, but that wasn't as formal. This is going to be a little more formal. So we got the passes. We ended up being able to get in line. It took us about an hour or so before we were able to meet her. Went backstage after the show in like they were catering. They had a situation that had a setup where a photography situation, like when you do a photo shoot, for example, it's all blocked off. That's why they had it set up. The only thing is that we weren't able to take pictures of our phones. They made us put our phones away in a bag. All the people going to meet her put their phones in the bag, and they have it set up where we take the photos there through through Janet's management company, and then they give us a QR code, a paper, and they're going to upload the photos in a few days. Now today, they said 5 to 7 business days. It's been 5 days since then. I've checked it like countless times today. And so far, I'm gonna check it right now again because I have it set up here to whether or not it was uploaded yet. And it's still not uploaded yet. So you see my screen? Not yet. Not quite there yet. You can see my screen. See, no photos. West Palm Beach. So next couple days should be up. The pictures of me, Janet, and my friends Patrick and Jake Rowe. Unfortunately, we were able to get solo photos because Janet had to go to the next city, which is Orlando. She had to get moving, so they made us do it in groups, which is fine. I didn't give a crap. As long as I was there, I didn't give a damn. So we waited about an hour. Eventually the line moved. We were able to meet her. I went up to her. I was wearing my Michael Jackson t-shirt, my Victory Tour t-shirt, which I love. And I said, hey, Jen, how are you? And I told her she did a great job tonight, whatever. I was able to talk to her. And the one thing I wanted to ask her, more than anything else, because people ask me, well, you're going to ask her when you meet Janet Jackson. You're going to ask her. You're going to ask her about Michael. You're going to ask about, no, I'm going to ask about Michael. No, why would I ask about Michael? She probably hears that shit all the time. That's just ridiculous. I'm going to ask about Michael Jackson, my brother, who passed away 15 years ago. No, I'm not doing that. I'm going to ask something about either about her music, about what she's doing, or something she cares about. Then I'm saying, I'm going to ask my mom, Mama Catherine Jackson, who's I believe 93 years old, 94 years old as of right now. So I remember, we took a picture. It was great. I was able to touch her back a little bit. I was very happy. And as I was leaving to say goodbye, I asked Janet, before I go, how was Mama Catherine doing? And she said she's doing very well. Thank you for asking. And I said, okay, thank you. God bless you. And I left and, gave her a little praying hands and I left. It was so nice. She was so sweet. I mean, obviously it wasn't, we couldn't have a conversation in a way, but I was able to talk to her. And she was so sweet. She was very petite in person too. Very petite. More petite than I thought. Like she obviously, in person, like on stage, you see her looks a little thicker, but in person, she's a lot shorter and a lot smaller too. Like she's like 5'3", I think, if I'm mistaken. Very very sweet though. Very very nice, very sweet. You can see her very nice spirit about her. About her. Very very cool. So it was great. I was very excited. I was able to tell my friends and family, like, hey, listen, I was going to meet Janet tonight. And it was awesome. And I'll never forget it. It was, truly one of my best nights of my life. Like I said, she sounded great. It was a great set. She's still kicking ass at 57 years old. I'm very proud of everything she's done. And she's truly one of the all-time greats, man. I really, really enjoy her music. I'm one of my top 10 favorite artists of all time. Truly one of the best nights of my life. Again, shout out to my friends Patrick and Jake Rowe for partaking that with me in a night which really meant a lot to me. Meeting someone that I really enjoyed and really admired for my entire life. The Jack and you guys know the Jackson family as a whole means a lot to me anyway. Obviously, you guys know how big a fan of Michael I am, and anyway, but the entire family for the most part, Janet especially, I've been a fan of hers since the Control album. My family itself, like my mother and myself, and we've always loved the Jacksons. So it's a big deal when we get to see them and meet them and all that. So we had a phenomenal time. I'm so glad I was able to meet her, and again, once again, a dream come true. And hopefully, once I get these pictures uploaded here, hopefully by her management team next couple of days, I'll be posting on my social media so you guys see it. So for proof that I did meet Janet Jackson. Yeah, people were teasing me like, "Oh, did you ask her out?" My wife was going to tease me, did you ask her hand in marriage? all this crap. Look, it's a respect thing, man. She's just a phenomenal artist, and what she's done for the industry and what her family's done for this entire industry has been phenomenal. And I'm so glad I was able to have it dream come true. And again, a night that look, I was happy to be there on the lawn. Next thing you know, I went from the lawn to the front, like virtually front row seats, and then to actually meet the woman. Unbelievable. So happy for that. That was able to happen though. So okay, now that's out of the way.